vandals in the city. Be back immediately to confiscate the monies.
Right scrum. Wow. My will.
Sent flowers, but you said you didn't receive. But you said you didn't need. That girl is a...
While the keyboard is still a worker's primary source of data input, the advent of computer user interfaces has meant the computer mouse is almost as equally important. But just as the modern-day keyboard is flawed, so too are computer mice. Traditional computer mice can be a potential source of injury and have inherent risk factors associated with their prolonged use, including static grip force, anticipation of the click, pronation, and overreaching. Ergonomic mice consider these issues in their designs, which reduce or eliminate some or all of the risk factors. However, modern use of computer mice is not necessarily benign. Accumulating evidence suggests computer mice use is associated with a number of repetitive stress injuries. The most common repetitive stress injury is carpal tunnel syndrome. We interviewed orthopedic surgeon Dr. Patel, who works at Mercy Hospital in Rogers, to dive deeper into this disorder.
Doctor, I want to start by first thanking you for being here today to give us some insight into your recent studies. I'll shut up now and I'll give you the floor.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here with you today, Darius. I wanted to talk about carpal tunnel syndrome. And carpal tunnel syndrome was first diagnosed in 1880 and is an inflammatory condition of the canal within the wrist. Symptoms can include numbness, tingling or pain in the hands, loss of the sub-motor functions, or in other words, loss of the sweat glands in the hands, which results in the shiny palms, loss of the fine motor skills, loss of grip strength, and it can occur when the median nerve, which runs down the forearm to the palm, becomes pressed and squeezed at the wrist. Besides inserting cortisone and local anesthetics, therapy includes surgical decompression of the medial nerve. Throughout my career, the majority of cases I treat for carpal tunnel syndrome are women between the ages of 40 and 50. In fact, it is 3 to 10 times more common in women than men. All these patients have shared the same characteristics of working in an environment of repetitive work, which is why in today's workplace it is so vital that we get ergonomic computers, keyboards, and computer mice.
Now that Dr. Patel has explained a repetitive stress injury that can result from prolonged computer mice use, let's talk about some pros and cons of 3 different computer mice. The mouse produced by Logitech is of a contoured shape designed to fit the thumb, ring, and pinky fingers, while the index and middle fingers, ideal for clicking, are left resting atop the mouse. Among the 3 mice, the contoured mouse produces a dorsiflexion measurement of 25.8 degrees. Depending on your technique for operating the mouse, radial and ulnar deviation can be reduced, as you do not need to twist your wrist with the full range of motion that a Bluetooth mouse provides. One thing to be mindful of are stress injuries from excessive scrolling, as this mouse does not offer a less stressful method for scrolling. The mouse produced by Shark is of a slanted design desired to reduce muscle strain by leaving the hand and wrist in a handshake position, also known as the neutral position. The Shark is also contoured to the thumb while keeping the remaining fingers at a comfortable resting position. This mouse delivers a dorsiflexion measurement of 21.1 degrees. While this wired model gives you a finite range of motion, there is a Bluetooth model available that eliminates that aspect entirely. One area of concern for those with larger hands is that the side of your hand may be pressed against your working surface, which could breed discomfort for extended periods of time. The mouse produced by Apple, known as the Magic Mouse, is of a slim design that incorporates multi-touch capabilities to provide a more user-friendly experience, but what is made up for in user interface design, it lacked an ergonomic design. While this mouse produced the lowest dorsiflexion measurement of 20.4 degrees and is wireless, it is not contoured to the hand of the user, thus decreasing user gripability. While this design is unique, it is not designed for those with larger hands and does not fit comfortably beneath one's grip.